It was 13 months ago that a little girl riding her bike in a state park was snatched up by a stranger.
We all remember those terrifying 2 days as hundreds of people frantically searched for that missing girl. State and local police, forest rangers, private search groups, and volunteers all came together to help in this search.
We all held our breath and prayed until she was rescued by police and reunited with her family. Tonight, for a recording of the Upbeat podcast from Kelly's Angels, I'm talking with the mother and aunt of that little girl about those terrifying 47 hours and what they're doing now to prevent others from going through what they did.
Well, we begin tonight with breaking news out of Saratoga County, where an extensive search is underway right now for a missing 9-year-old girl.
Our hearts sank. A 9-year-old girl vanished from Moreau Lake State Park. And it wasn't long before it was clear she hadn't gotten lost or run away. While police searched desperately, her mom, dad, and extended family all keeping round-the-clock vigil at the park.
That clock was constantly ticking. We're at 27 hours. We're over a day. We're at 30 hours. We're approaching 2 days. And all I'm thinking is the further out, what is the outcome gonna be? And it's hard. I was positive. I tried to stay positive, but you can't, your mind plays tricks on you.
Yeah.
I would, at 3 o'clock in the morning, because I couldn't sleep, walk in the woods by myself, because I would think,
maybe you could find her or something.
right, yeah. Maybe I'll hear her, because in my mind, I wanted her to be lost in the woods. And that sounds crazy, saying that. I just want her to be lost in the woods. I talked to her a lot, and that
while
helped me.
she was missing.
Yes. Yep. I would talk to her all the time. And that helped me, because you feel moms they have a bond with their children, and that was helping me. Was I know she can hear me. I know she's gonna be okay. And I kept telling her, hang on, we're looking, hang on, just over and over. And she did.
And she did. But she wasn't lost. She was snatched up by a stranger. 47 hours later, an elite team of police swarms in to rescue her and arrest her kidnapper. Another trooper came barreling into the park.
But he came in awful fast, and this police officer didn't even get out of the car. He literally opened up the door, hung out over the hood of his car, and he yelled, "Dave, we found her and she's okay."
They jumped into the troop car and raced to the hospital to be reunited with their daughter.
So they opened up the ambulance, and
So you beat the ambulance to the hospital?
we did, yeah. She looked totally fine, and she had her head to the side, and then she looked at me and covered her face and started crying.
This bright, empathetic little girl told her mom that all she could think of was how sad her mom must have been without her. Now, 13 months later, they're all persevering. Some days are better than others.
She is doing well. She works hard at having good days. She absolutely has bad days, but she acknowledges them, and she'll just say, I'm not in it today.
They share their story, including here this conversation for Kelly's Angels, the Upbeat podcast, so others might find hope.
I'm taking our horrible situation and we're trying to help other people with it, even if it's them living vicariously through us. I wish that I had the courage to say that. You can take something really terrible and you can let it eat you alive, or you can take it and turn it into something positive. So that is also part of what we're trying to do.
And I'm grateful they shared their story with me, eager to provide hope to other survivors. We recorded 2 parts. You can watch or listen to part 1 at WNYT.com or wherever you get your podcasts.
There's so much more to that conversation. I hope people take a listen to that, Mark, and how brave of her to share that story.
Absolutely brave, and you see where her daughter gets her bravery,
So
right?
inspiring.